Boom. Mate, what a joke. Kyle was absolutely licking his lips. Mate, he's got McInnes. He's gonna be loving life. No other reason to be licking his lips, just to point out clear to everybody. That's fine. That's a lie. It gets cleaned every day. What are you talking about? They don't look after it. No, no. It gets cleaned every day. The machine does it for you. I'm talking about like parts. They don't look after it. No, mate. No. Half your luck. Yeah. Oh, mate, I've missed it. It's good. Yeah, I know. No. Yeah, it was easy. Yeah. It's just ludicrous. It is, to say the very least. So everyone needs to stay tuned because there'll be a write up in the next day or two, based on everyone's predictions for the next 2 weeks. It's very interesting, actually. The different tips that are coming in. It's like everyone's talked to each other and gone, "Let's do this," and then send it to me. Um, no, no, it's interesting because for Jesse to make the finals, Kyle has to either lose 2 games and he has to win both, or Marty has to lose 2 games and he has to win. He has to win both regardless. He has Kirsty this week and then he has me. Um, so if Marty and Kyle both win this week, Jesse's done. Mate, I've been coming, all right? Yep. To think, like, realistically, almost everybody can make no, they can't. There's only really 7 people. There's 7 people still in line for to make the top 4 mathematically. I cross Marty out because of his points difference, like, his points scored. It's way too low. I know, but mathematically, well, I can hear. That picture, Jesus Christ.
When you couldn't hear me.
Ah,
Yeah. All right. Well, classic fuck up there on the podcast. A little pre-game microphone change, and
I hope
yeah.
you've enjoyed listening to me for the last 15 minutes.
Well, how far are we in? We're like, I don't know. We're probably like 10 minutes in, 5 minutes in. So
We've just talked about how, um, luckily Jesse didn't get to hear what you said about him, so that's good.
oh mate, I threw him under the bus so hard. I'll just tell him sorted.
Yeah, he just messaged me too.
Yeah, he's like, you dumb cunts. I better put it on the chat. He goes, oh, where's this pod? Um, dun, dun, dun. Absolute stitch up. This is what happens when you don't do the pod for a while.
All right, he's got us now. We're good.
It's just him. I'm just writing in the chat in the comments of my video. Mike was off for
He
the
me-
first 5 minutes.
he messaged me. What the fuck did he say? Mate, you gotta be listening to the pod, mate.
Yeah. Use your fucking ears, cunt. No, I think I basically I just said that. Yeah, he needs a lot to go his way. I'll do my best to beat Kyle. He's got to start winning for starters, so which seems like an insurmountable task for him, to be honest. Like, he's pretty inept in all ways, as a man, a coach, a father.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Jesse.
Okay.
Shit at FIFA. Anyway, yeah, Jared's win I think was pretty timely because his points for is horrible. So I'm a bit worried myself of falling out of the 4. I've got luckily I've got 2 points against you, but I dare say you could notch up 2 victories, and that 4 and against would be very important all of a sudden. So
I think this week's important for you and me actually.
yeah.
You have Chris. I got Marcel.
Well, it's a good thing I'm at full strength and never get any injuries. So
Or any like people pulling out of matches.
ridiculous, mate. Don't get me started. All right, let's jump in. Let's just do a quick recap of round 19, and then we might have a look at round 20 to come. So we'll start off first matchup. Myself and Marcel. Mate, low scoring matchup. This was the matchup that nobody seemed to want to win because I think I called it early. I pulled the Toto white flag out after Ramsey got 2 points, and maybe that might have been before Ola Kawatu got the 18. But yeah, I gave myself no chance, and then going into the final matchup,
they played each other. So same game.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, so absolute shocker. Yeah, and then kind of going into Sunday, it kind of fell back into my lap. Pangai Junior 14, 20 from Campbell, but Offahengawe had something different in mind, and Drinkwater did fucking nothing. Of all the games where I want the Tigers to play good, that was not it.
He got hooked. He got taken off. That's how bad he was playing.
Drinky?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
He got taken off with about 15 to go, I think.
Wow. Yeah.
He made so many errors. They passed it from dummy half to him. He dropped it at least 3 times.
Well, that's amazing because everybody knows I love losing fullbacks. So, I lost Ramsey for a few weeks. I can't afford to lose Drinky. Luckily... go on.
No, I was just going to point out, off of Hengawi, I was looking at my matchup and, which players to watch out for, who was playing who for Marcel and things like that. Off Hengawi's averaging 60 this season.
Yeah, he's a base.
53 last 3 average, and he scored 64 last week. That's huge for someone who's not really a fantasy relevant player in years gone by.
He is now. I mean, look at Tapane, who you traded me. He's been on a tear. He's the exact same. He probably had a bit more of a notoriety in fantasy, from time to time, but this is well and truly consistent, and he's his biggest year for sure. So
yeah, averaging almost 70, so that's massive.
Yeah. No, so without him in my side, it would have been looking pretty average. Brayley got the battle of the Brayleys, but just no bickies for me on that one. And Marcel got a Chris Sneddon-like victory. One with
Do we talk about Dane Laurie, or are we letting that blast?
Do we talk about Dane Laurie? Yeah, I mean, I'm happy I picked up Laurie.
Just go past that.
I'm happy I picked him up because, I wouldn't have been out. I reckon someone else would have jagged him off the waivers after that 98 points. Plus, Ramsey went down, so there you go. But just quietly, if you have a look at his stats, he's been a quiet achiever, actually, Laurie. So his last matchups, right? So he scored the 98, and then before that, it's been 37, 39, 40, and 43. So he not bad scores. So, but nobody's been picking him up or anything. So I think it's just Tigers factor. Yeah.
Well, change of coach. Look at someone like Matt Burton. He's come so good since they changed coaches.
Yeah. So good win for Marcel. Jumped him up over me, and I think he's looking pretty good for a high spot there. Maybe even a crack at the minor premiership. We'll soon find out. But probably not if he scores 350, because he'll come up against a good team one of these weeks.
I messaged him on Sunday night.
Yeah.
What did I say? Hang on. I don't want to do it any justice.
Just bringing up the receipts.
I said this week was merely a warm up for you. Next week, he says, "Haha, 500 is very intimidating."
Yeah.
So he's worried. So he should be.
Yeah, it's about 150 more than he scored. So he should be. Yep. Speaking of 500s, 516 plays 338 in a tightly fought contest. Not Kirsty's finest hour, but most definitely one of your finest hours, mate. Is that your biggest score of the season?
It is my biggest score of the season, but I'm still disappointed in some players on my team. Isaiah Yo, 35. He actually got pulled off at one point.
Yeah, you got rid of the wrong mid.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there was a bit of trade talk this week for Isaiah Yo, but I've decided against it. So,
Fair enough.
but yeah, and obviously Micah Sevo, 33. It's not very good, but
Yep.
I think home is made up for that, and Ezra as well. So, few concerns, but when you score 516, is there really?
Yeah, look, mate, you're doing all right scoring 516 considering you've got the likes of Talakai and Mulatalo on your bench, not even getting a start. They'd be walk-ons in most sides. So, it's an impressive score, and it should strike fear into the hearts of any opponent foolish enough to face you in the final series.
I think the acquisition of Reece Robson has greatly improved my chances this season. Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah, I think it's definitely made you stronger. Yeah, I mean, ideally, Yo doesn't score 35. He can kind of match Tapine. In that way, you don't really lose anything. I definitely upgraded Arrow to Tapine, so I haven't looked at Jesse's side. if we've both upgraded from that trade, surely he didn't.
Well, it's funny because like it was supposed to help all of us. You both lost. I won massively. It really looks like I've just pulled the wool over both your eyes and sort of, you know what I mean?
Not really, mate. You go. The guy I got was my highest scoring player, so
I know, but it didn't help you. Still lost.
He helped me be less embarrassed. He helped me crack 300. Because if
Jesse did pull the I regret trading Robson card. Or what did he say? I can't remember, but
jeez, you got all sorts of conversations going on.
Yeah, he pulled the sympathy trading card, but that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, would have won if I didn't trade. There we go.
Really?
That's what he said. Yep.
There you go. Wow, that's what we call in the business a grave mistake. So, yep.
We've all been there. You were there last year, mate. Tommy T.
Yeah. Fuck Tommy Turbo. It's just 2 years in a row now. He's fucking stooged me. Kirsty side. DCA doing DCA things. Firma. 50. Mate, if I didn't trade her Firma at the start of the year, can you imagine how worse she'd be? Firma's been one of her best players. What's he averaging? 47.5. Yeah. After DCA, I dare say he's been her best player. So, you're welcome, Kirsty. She finally picked up a centre. Unfortunately, it was Gagai, and who I definitely didn't tell her to pick up. And 10 points. So, not good enough. Meanie 50, that's promising. He'll be there full time now, yeah, fullback, because no Pappy.
Yep.
So, yeah, hopefully she can finish her season off on a strong note. Jag a win. Her bench is definitely not helping out, but that would doesn't mean much when you don't actually sub out your injured players in your starting squad anyway. So,
I'd love for her to Jag a win. I can't see it happening, but
yeah, I don't even know who she's playing, but
playing Jesse and then Mike. You know what? She might beat Mike.
Imagine if she beat Jesse and then that was just killed his final hopes.
Oh, considering he's the only one listening, that would be terrible.
Yeah, he would hate it. All right, moving on to our next matchup. Chris Nedden. Top of the ladder, Chris Nedden. Who, the week before, huge 500. Absolutely huge. Was it close to 550?
It was 538, I believe.
538. It was humongous.
I've got it here in my stat book, actually. I can just bring it up.
Yeah, steady stats. I sent him a text.
Yeah, 538.
You know,
He
say
won by 174 points.
I sent him a text saying what a good bloke he was, and that I never doubted him for a second. What did I
No,
say?
we've always had his back.
Yeah, I sent him a photo of it, the scores when he was like 460, and then like I just said, oh, I just go, how do you keep winning with these low scores? Like being ironic, and then and then he just like put on another like 80 points. So
I'll ask you a question. How many times in the first 13 weeks do you think he scored 400 plus?
4.
Mate, try one, and it
One.
didn't come. It didn't come until round 12, and it was 409. In saying that, though, his last 5 weeks, he's 4-1 in his last 5 weeks, and he's only scored less than 400 once, and that was the bye round in Origin.
I stand by my early season. It's not even slander. I'm literally like reading the numbers, and these are facts. This is scientific facts. That he just wasn't scoring big, but he was jagging wins, and you know what? It just if he's coming good, come the end of the year, then he's pulled a masterstroke, and by him I mean the fantasy gods, because fucked if any of us have any actual input into winning or losing. But talk me through his side, mate. What's firing for him apart from everything at the moment?
Hang on, I was just trying to work out what his average winning margin was, but I'll do that later.
Oh Jesus, some live Toto statistician.
I got everything written down here.
Last time I saw you doing mathematics, mate, it wasn't too pretty.
Yeah, pretty doesly adding up. I just wrote it down. Yeah, Marshall King, really good player. Scored a try as well. I like Marshall King. Latrell Mitchell's big comeback for him, and Johnston as well. Mate, this guy scores a try a week. Like,
Yeah,
he's got two good backs there.
Yeah, he's killing it. Like, he's very heavy in the bunnies, but they've had a good run. But I believe that the Rabbits have a pretty average run to the coming up, like draw wise.
They play Cronulla next week or this week.
They play Cronulla this week. That's not a good matchup. They play the Warriors round 21. That's a very good matchup, mate. If that was week 1 of the finals, like
he'd be in trouble.
I'd just give up. I'd knock myself out.
There's some big matches for week 1 of the finals, which I don't know if you want to touch on later, but
sure. Panthers vs Storm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Parramatta vs South.
Yeah.
Roosters Cowboys.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, Sharks vs Tigers.
Yeah, I know. It's good. It's good for someone like Kyle. Because Kyle's going to have McGuinness, Hines.
Mate, you'll be playing Mulatalo.
We're playing Mulatalo, Talakai. I'm going to get in everyone else.
I'll be picking up cunts off the waivers. Paul Gallen, Brett Kamali, Peachy, yeah. Matt Rogers, all the grades. E.T.
Steve.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he's dead.
Yeah.
I think Steve Rogers is dead.
Yeah, he is. That's low points.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
Probably still score higher than some of the others.
Yeah. All right. Interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. I mean, that's something we can look into, coming up to the finals. So when we actually have some set matchups, I think, we're getting too into the weeds and speculative there, but very interesting.
That's definitely a pod. That's definitely going to be a pod, like a preview. Looking at the matchups.
She's a pod, that one. What do we got? Next. Ooh. I'm busy. Very busy. Anyway. Sorry, mate. I got ice cream machines to fix. We missed that.
Not me. I'm on holidays.
Yeah, in fact, there you go. You're not busy at all. Okay, cool. So, yeah, killing it. Good scores. I mean, some 40s in there. Not too fantastic. And Fodawaker, nothing great. But, yeah, boy, Marshall King. I think the doggies have dudded themselves by getting rid of him. So,
Well, not really. They're getting Reed money. So
who's been better this year? It's
I don't know.
Marshall King. Marshall King's been way better. So yeah, good pick up for the Dolphins. Hashtag fins up. That's a terrible hashtag.
It's bad. Let's talk about Austin
Yeah.
really quickly.
Segue into that's bad. Speaking of Austin, two points for Ponga, mate. 2 points, and Ponga's done for the season potentially.
He is done for the season. It's confirmed. Also, Austin has lost 13 matches in a row.
Yeah, well, it's going to be 15.
It's gonna be 15. And then
15.
I'm gonna actually make it into next season too. So he better win round 1 because I'm gonna continue it on.
He might quit in disgust. He's like, no, I can't do it anymore. I've had.
I don't think so. He's not that kind of guy. He's not a quitter.
You guys have had too many losses, so. Yeah. So, some small shining lights for Fafita 63. There hasn't been enough of that all year for Fafita. Hunt 51.
One other touching on Fafita. Fafita was the first option we had for a 3-way trade. He declined.
He declined. Oh, yeah. There's no way. Who was he going to get?
Carpany.
Oh, it just doesn't help him really. I think it's not.
I'm just saying. That was the first option.
Who is he going to chuck in his edge? Schuster? Schuster's been scoring fucking 2 points most games. He only scored. So Schuster has fallen so far in the pecking that like the young Trebojevic brother was playing in edge, and Schuster started on the bench. Yeah, Burbo, and the only reason Schuster got any good minutes is because Burbo fucking got KO'd, Ponga style.
True.
So I don't know what's going on with Schuster, but yeah.
So Aaron Clark was my hooker before I got Robson. I dropped him. He's playing off the bench. He scored.
No, he started in 13, didn't he? Or
No. So he started off the bench.
Yeah.
So the last 2 weeks he scored 76 when I dropped him from 58 minutes. And then he scored 58 from 54. And now he's named to start at lock. So he's probably going to score another 60 odd.
You didn't need to trade.
I didn't need to trade Tarpany.
Oh shit! You could have still traded him, but you could have got something where else, you know. That's
I know.
That's pretty funny.
Isaiah Yo better pull his bloody pants up, I tell you.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to show a bit of patience, mate. No.
Yeah, 18 rounds was enough.
Just true. That's very true. All right, next matchup. Ooh, this was a great win. Probably my favorite.
Big win.
Probably my favourite win of the entire weekend, and I'm definitely not just saying that.
Every time
Jesse's watching.
Every time Adokar did anything, I had a little chuckle. Like everything was just point adding up to just destroy Jesse's season.
Wow. And so basically, you were taking enjoyment from his pain.
It's because I know what he's going through. I've been there.
You mean you don't always go through Mr. fucking 500 and some points?
Yeah, 1 week. Jesus.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I've now jumped up to being the highest average round scorer, by the way.
Of course you have, mate. You're leading the KGPM.
True.
So, yeah, well, let's start with the winning side. You go Glenn Targo, who is not even playing anymore, who he should be. So he should have won even more. I think it's Targo. I've been listening to the Bloke in the Bar podcast, and they pronounce all the names properly. Like as soon as they like find out that's not how you pronounce a name.
Is that not the best podcast you listen to, other than this one?
It's fucking good. I just kind of started listening to it last month. So
Hello Sport, they're funny, those two blokes.
I haven't seen them on. I was listening to the round preview today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fucking it goes for like 4 hours. I listen
I
listen to all 4 hours.
know. I'm pretty sure there's 3 podcasts a week from him.
Yeah, they had the Cam Smith one.
Yeah, they've got the Captain's Run, and then they've got the Hello Sport one, which is more like a comedy one where they just bag shit at people.
Right.
And then there's the preview and review.
Yeah. Just killing it.
Quality stuff.
Yeah. Well, second best podcast relating to footy.
Someone's got to come second, mate.
Yeah. Mate, and Rhett's done that without his boy Manu as well. So, credit to the boys there. They've done quite well. So his forward pack, other than Papali'i, not doing too much. Anyway, did we originally work out how to say Targo? Is it?
It's actually Tago, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought it was Tago to begin with. Tago. I don't know. I was listening today and they were saying Suwali's like Suwali'i. And I'm like...
Never heard that.
And I'm like, what? Oh. Well, I mean, to be fair, it took us like fucking 20 years to work out it's not Josh Papali, it's Papali'i. Like,
this is Junior Barlow or something.
Junior Paolo, yeah. I'm like, guys, let us know early.
Yeah.
This is Rugby League Live 3 all over again with Vossi saying Trobovich.
Trobovich.
To be fair, they were reserves in that game, so... This is like so long ago they weren't even starting players for Manly. Oh my God. Anyway, let's finally look at his team. So 73, Papali, great. Grant, 55. And Addo-Carr, mate. Addo-Carr was, like you said, absolutely game wrecker for Jesse. And, 3 tries. And were they all full field break? 2 of them were intercepts. Like an 80-meter run.
It was an intercept. He also made another big line break and then passed to Burton. So it was like meters gained, try assist, line break.
Huge. I think he ran like some of the most meters he's run like in his career.
Yeah, ridiculous.
So, yeah. I mean, it would have been a bigger win if he had played Targo.
He only had 1 line break.
Yeah, well, there you go. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not a line break if it's an intercept.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that myself.
You get points for intercepts too, yeah? So
doesn't have it here.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Okay. Moving on. Jesse's side. Yeah. Is there any hope for this miserable side of losers?
Well, look, I can't see if he's made changes yet or not for Cooler and Garner.
Yes. I see.
He's got Fogarty on the bench as well, who's actually been playing pretty well, if you look at his stats.
Wow, 76. Yeah, but who's going to bench Munster?
His last 3 averages 54.
Wow, there you go. Look, Garner stunk it up for him and cost him the game. Let's be honest.
Who?
Luke Garner.
Yes.
33.9. His average is dirt. So he's playing 80 minutes on the edge. So, Ben's got 50, 42, 42. That would have almost got Jesse home. Something around that.
Haru Iranaya, 40. Would that have done it? I don't think
No.
He's 14. No,
he needed more. So he's been let down in multiple spots. And we can't fully blame Garner, even though he was a shit cunt. So it's certainly not
he did get injured as well, so
yeah,
he was off his game.
Arrow did his best, mate. He tried. That's 0.7 above his yearly average. That's a big game for him, mate. 48.
He also had Payne Haas back this week doing
Yeah,
Payne Haas things.
I
So
know. So if it wasn't for Haas, would have been a rough week for him. I think he's in for a couple more rough weeks because it's not happening. And the joy of it is he's got a really good points for. So he's been insanely unlucky, just win wise. But you know what? That separates the good coaches from the shit coaches who have only won 2 premierships. So what can you say?
yeah,
Next matchup. 2 really good bosom buddies, Marty Hill versus Cole Newman.
it's a big
397.
matchup as well.
Mate, they're all big matchups, especially the big ones. Oof. 397 plays 357. So, neither side cracked 400. So you both suck. But Marty sucked a bit less. Quite a bit less, actually. So let's look at Marty's side. And I think, there's some good scores. Kalol Matangi, 71. What's he averaging for the year? 49.5. So he's had a big one. Big game for him. And Sammy Walker.
Jesus, just looked at Sam Walker. He's averaging 60 for the last 3.
There you go. 60 for the last 3. He's still he's only just turned 20.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah. So, and the Roosters have been on a run. So, I think good timing for him there. So 60 points. And look, that's the thing with these players, Tods, is that we're getting to that point of the year where it doesn't matter what they've averaged over the year. It only matters what they're going to average over the next month. So, if they're on the rise or they're coming into a good run or their team's on the rise, then, that's going to be a big deal breaker. A few players that weren't on the rise, his winger fullbacks, not too good. 20 all around there. That was definitely the low light for him. And he doesn't... Oh, he had Sammy on his bench for 41. So, also picked up Connor Tracy. Tracy actually played pretty good, so 27.
Yeah, 27's very low for what he did. That try he scored, I couldn't believe he scored.
Oh, he should have got
What was
20,
it?
27 just from that play by himself. He beat 5 men. It's crazy.
And then he scored.
Yeah. He was sick cunt. Speaking of sick cunts, Kyle's side. Not ideal. So obviously Lockie Fitzgibbon has got a head knock, a concussion.
It baffles me why he played Fitzgibbon over Nanai.
I don't know.
It really baffles me.
My app's changed in front of my eyes. Oh, there we go. So, wow. So, Nano scored 74. This is the first time I've seen this.
He scored 74.
Nano 74. And he's played Hudson Young and Fitzgibbon for a total of 33 points. Oof.
Is that... It's not enough to make him win, but, what is it?
That's
Yes, it is.
That's Stobie's fuck up of the week. That right there.
Is that a new thing? Or?
That was an old thing. Remember the fuck up of the week?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's going way back. That was when I was the podcast. It was a solo 10 minutes, and back then a 10-minute video was a long video. And it was a lot of me just hanging shit on everyone. Now it's a bit more relaxed, down to earth.
Yeah.
Obviously still hanging shit on everyone. What else have we got? Booth. I don't even know who Booth is. So great hooking option there. RC at centre. Not RC enough. Only scored 28. So I think that he made some bad decisions on who he's going to start. So not good. can we confirm he's benched Gufferson for the coming week?
I don't know. I don't have.
Yeah, he's got Harris Tavita in his starting side now. So very interesting.
He does. Yep.
Yep. Well, we'll see how that plays out for him, hey?
And he's playing Booth as well.
Yep. Good old Boothie. All right. Last matchup. Now, this one was a walkover. Jared, 455. Mike, 323. A man down. Had Gerbo. Didn't play. So, yeah. Not much we can say there about old Mike's side. Other than Suali'i and Bromovic. He didn't really have much to write home about. So, yeah.
No. Sad times.
Yep.
Connor Watson on his bench for 75, just quietly.
Yeah, just to stick the knife in and twist it, you know.
That's what we do.
Yeah. So, moving over to Jared's side, still in the top four. So yeah, the dream run continues for him. Not so much for Turpin. 17 points now.
He's got a hooking problem.
He's
Until Smith comes back, you might want to speak to Kirst about his hooking problem.
He's got 3 of them. None of them.
They're all dog shit.
Smith has been so shit this year. So shit.
Doesn't even play hooker. He plays off the bench.
No, he's been that bad. Starling, I don't know why Ricky hasn't been starting him. But yeah, I thought that was going to be a masterstroke picking up Starling, but it hasn't worked out. But yeah, Turpin's obviously starting off the bench this week. Or is he not even playing? He's got the emergency next time.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing.
Yeah. But yeah, obviously Reynolds and Teddy absolutely carried him to a resounding victory. So when 2 of your players score 80, that's usually curtains.
Yeah. It's a good start.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We'll have a quick run through round 20. Just see who we think's going to win. Start at the start. I think it's you versus Marcel. Big matchup, mate.
Yeah. It's huge.
It's a
must win for my top 4 hopes.
100%. I will be backing in Marcel, unfortunately, because I do not want you to win. Nothing against you, but I feel better about keeping you at bay than catching Marcel. You know, I'm happy for Marcel to get away from me if it means keeping you at bay and staying in the top 4. Plus, I want him to smash you so I could get my KGPM back up.
So let me get this straight. Really, you don't think he's going to win, but you want him to win?
I've been based off last week's scores, he won't win. But you know, it's a fresh week and anything can happen. He's got a good side.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close, I think. Papali'i and Crichton worry me, as does Offhand Gowie.
Jaden Brayley shouldn't. He was dog shit.
Yeah, he's pathetic.
He's a shit Brayley.
Jesse Ramian can be really good. I have some favourable matchups as well, so hopefully...
I think all his key matchups are against difficult sides. He's got Garrick against the Roosters, Walsh against Melbourne, who, let's be honest, be absolutely stinging for a win after 4 losses.
I tipped the Warriors.
Ramy against South won't be great. So, yeah, should be interesting. I mean, I'd say probably you win. But, yeah, like I said, I want Marcel to win.
For your own top 4 hopes.
It's all about the top 4, baby. Speaking of top 4, first place 4th. This is a preview of...
Week 1 of the finals.
Of week 1 of the finals, potentially, if things stay the same. So look forward to beating him twice in as many as 3 weeks. Yeah, I mean, we talk about matchups again. I think he's got his South boys playing Cronulla, who are really hard to score against this year. So kind of dream scenario for me. But they've been on absolute fire, so they could still kill it.
I think Jerome Hughes against the Warriors could be a concern.
Yeah, Hughesy, hey. Yeah, I always worry about like Munster, but I never think about Hughes. But yeah, he just quietly does his thing and scores decent points. What's he averaging this year? 47. It's not the worst.
It's low for his
It's
standards.
no 50.6 from Dylan Brown, but yeah, we can't all be dilly bags.
I'm assuming you're playing Laurie.
Yeah, so Dane Laurie will slot in Ramsey, rest in peace, and yet another fullback on the waste heap. I believe Ramsey will be returning. We haven't even touched on Pappenhausen because that was the other week, but yeah, he obviously split his kneecap into a million pieces.
Wasn't nuts.
Just like my premiership dreams got split into a million pieces. So, yeah.
What are
not
you
good.
doing? I'm assuming you're moving Aitken to edge.
I don't know. I need to find an edge who's not a homophobe. So, should be,
I got one for you.
should be interesting. Do you?
What's his name?
I don't know.
Adam. Is it Adam? Adam Davey?
Oh,
Andrew Davey.
Yeah, there you go. He's got no issues playing with the Rainbow Road Mario Kart sponsorship, mate. That's just quietly. That's ridiculous from those guys.
It's pretty it's dumb, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Just like, mate, just say you don't.
I think, as a you should stand up here and not play Olakawatu again this season, just for that.
Mate, I'm probably gonna have to. Let's be honest. Like, this is like, remember when Adam Elliott like slept or like hooked up with like Leish's wife, and then everyone's like, this fucking dog. Nobody's gonna like. Let's not pick this guy. And then Jared fucking drafted him. He's just like, yeah.
Pardon the pun when you said dog.
Yeah, yeah. He's a Raider now. So.
He's a knight next year, actually.
Yeah, and I hear he's even got his own missus. He's not banging his mates' wives. So there you go.
Yeah. He dates Millie Boyle. They're both playing for the Knights next year.
Wow, power couple, just like me and you, Tots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, Sneds has been punching. So I just need to pray to the gods that some of the matchups go my way. But I'd like to think I got all my bad luck out of the way last week. So we'll soon see. Thoughts? Who would you tip?
I'm looking at the last 5 weeks. You've both have scored very similar. I think you've scored a little bit more, but his 538 bumps him up. So he's actually scored more on average for the last 5 weeks than you have.
Fuck the averages.
Well, I think it depends on what you do with your centre or your edge.
That's true. Let's see what the
To be honest,
let's see what the open market has to say about that. Hey, so I mean, Hiku against St George is tempting. Depends what I get edge wise. I mean, 37. He's been averaging okay. So we'll soon see. All right, moving on. Next matchup. Kirsty versus Jesse. Now,
I'm going to pick Jesse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it keeps his season alive. Yeah, depending on what else happens. So, even that's why last week's matchup was really important, because he was, you would say he's almost guaranteed a victory. That's mostly been the case against Kirsty, right? It's a guaranteed dub. So, yeah, like the fact that he lost last week, just really shit the bed. So yeah, I mean, I don't think we need to look at this one too much. He's obviously got to cover Ghana,
Which he's done already, I think. Oh no, he's moved him to centre. What the hell?
yeah, he kicked out Cooler, but He's obviously not saying that Garner's out as well. So there you go. Breaking news for Jesse. All right. So
Just
yeah,
saying, Talakai's available, Jesse. Just putting it there.
don't do it.
Hey,
Don't do it. Don't
moving
do
on.
it. Next matchup. Kyle will win this. Sorry, Austin. He's 13 losses in a row with no sign of changing and no Ponga. So there must
Kyle
be
could,
some very average winger fullbacks on the waivers.
Kyle could not play cover his centre and still win.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. He could play. He could play Fitzgibbon and his edge over Nano and still win.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Kyle for the win. Mike, can Mike salvage a win against
I
Rat?
bloody hope so. I am putting everything on you, Mike. Let's go, buddy.
Well, Stephen Crichton won't be helping him. He's
Oh,
injured.
damn it.
So there we
Fix
go.
that.
Connor
If
Watson.
you listen to anything we tell you, fix that.
Yeah. Blake in there at doing a fullback for him. And yeah, I mean, on paper, he's got a decent side. The ladder doesn't show that. So
It's
yeah.
Jakey back this week. He's also got Luciano Leilua, who's been playing really well.
Yeah, well,
scoring very good.
He's finally left the Tigers, so now he's like, oh, I'll start caring about my footy again.
Okay, I take it back. He scored 26, 62, 28.
Okay.
But that 62 was quality.
Yeah, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah, so with Rat, it's interesting. He was in the top 4 for a lot of the season. He's fallen out. He's got you hot on his heels with a better points for. So, yeah, this is a very important one for him. It's one he should win, but Willie, I don't know. I'm flipping a coin this one.
He's been in the top 4 since round 8.
Round 8. Yeah, there you go. He's had a good run.
Actually, he dropped out once. He dropped to 5th.
Okay, he's mostly had a good run. All right, last match up. Very important, as they all are. As they all are,
Big
mate.
matchup. They're all big.
Yeah, they are big. Muddy surfs up. The Stags do. 3rd place, so yeah. I don't know. You know, as much as us, you know, want to be nice to Jesse and say, hey, you know, Marty needs to lose so you can jump up in the 8. I'm happy for Marty to win and beat Jared so I can jump him, you know. It's all about my ladder position. But to be fair, it doesn't really matter. Top 4, anywhere in the top 4. So
Yeah. It's not like you need home ground advantage. It's got to be in that top 4.
yeah, I mean, it's like, is there, like, of the current top 4, is there an opponent that you'd want to be matching up against? Say, you want to match up against me because I posted like 320.
Top 4 right now, who I'd like to play in week 1, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd probably like to play Sneds.
Yeah, well, I mean, Stens has still got that underdog tag, I guess. It's been, yeah, because like he hadn't been scoring great. He'd been jagging wins, but you know, like after that 530 whatever it was, the game's changed, mate. So yeah.
So I've beat everybody in the top 4. Once. Wait, no, I haven't beat Marcel yet. So
Okay. I remember talking to Marcel the other week. We were like planning it out. Like, oh yeah, we don't want to match up with each other in week 1. Let's like it'd be good if we could try to finish on the ladder where you can have like Jared or I'll have Chris.
Jesus Christ.
Should have known right there. It was going to be like curtains for that happening. Could still, I don't know, but yeah. Ever since then, I've been absolute dog shit. Thoughts on who might win this one?
Who was it again? I've left the... Oh, I think...
Marty and Jared.
I think Marty has a chance, but I think, oh, you know what? I'm going to tip Marty.
That's
I think
huge.
I think Jared's hooker's a bigger problem than what is being made out.
I don't know. You made it out to be a pretty big problem, mate.
Yeah, losing to Marty. No, yeah. I mean, I can see them. I can see Marty winning. Pretty
Okay,
simple.
there you go. You heard it here first. Marty to win. I'll also tip Marty. Viva la Marty. Cool, cool, cool.
Marty.
All right, there
Yep.
we go. First pod in a million years. I'll start tinkering with my lineup because, quite frankly, I got some issues. So, any final words for the coaches in Fantasyland, Tots?
Nah, just Marcel, make sure your boys are ready because I'm coming for you, mate.
Ooh, he's gonna come for you like you've never been come for before. So,
You
watch.
thought three-way was bad. Wait till you. Okay.
Ooh,
Um,
100%.
please
All
tell
right.
me we're not live to YouTube right now.
Yeah, we're still. There we go. Ticking off by anyone stupid enough to be still watching.
Adios.